US President-elect Donald Trump has appointed Indian-American scientist J. Bhattacharya as the new director of the National Institutes of Health, the nation's leading medical research organization. The 56-year-old Stanford professor will collaborate with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who will lead the Department of Health and Human Services under Trump 2.0. Recently, Kolkata-born Bhattacharya, who met RFK Jr., impressed him with his plans to restructure the NIH. Now let's look at who is J. Bhattacharya. Jayant Bhattacharya was born in Kolkata and later moved to the United States for higher education. He completed his Bachelor of Arts and Masters of Arts in 1990, followed by a Doctor of Medicine (MD) in 1997 and a PhD in Economics in 2000. All from Stanford University. He is currently a professor of health policy at Stanford University, a senior fellow at the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research and the Freeman Spogli Institute. Bhattacharya is also the director of the Center for Demography and Economics of Health and Aging. His research focuses on the economics of healthcare, particularly for vulnerable populations. Bhattacharya was a vocal critic of the US government's COVID policies, gaining attention for his opposition to lockdowns and mask mandates. In 2020, Bhattacharya co-authored the Great Barrington Declaration, advocating for focused protection of vulnerable groups while allowing the virus to spread among lower-risk populations to achieve herd immunity. He argued that lockdowns caused significant harm and criticized vaccine mandates for eroding public trust in the health system. His approach was controversial, drawing criticism from public health experts and the WHO, but was supported by some in the first Trump administration. Bhattacharya faced social media restrictions due to his views and was a complainant in a Supreme Court case, claiming federal officials suppressed conservative perspectives. The court ruled in favor of the Biden administration. After Elon Musk's 2022 Twitter acquisition, Bhattacharya visited the company's headquarters to review how his views were restricted. Recently, he criticized scientists leaving Twitter for Blue Sky, calling it their own little echo chamber. Recently, he criticized scientists leaving Twitter for Blue Sky, calling it their own little echo chamber. J. Bhattacharya's career is defined by his impactful research and outspoken views. As the new NIH director, his leadership can shape US medical research, particularly in healthcare economics among vulnerable populations. In a post on X, he had said, "No matter what happens, I will do my best in the coming years in whatever role I have to help support the reform of the American scientific and public health institutions after the COVID era fiasco so that they work for the benefit of the American people." His controversial COVID policies and discussions on social media freedom will likely to help a polarizing figure in public health.